Our greatest successes in life are often found in helping others succeed. Welcome to the Life Masters Podcast, hosted by Tanya Memme. Discover real-life stories from mentors, leaders, experts, and everyday people who devote their lives to helping others succeed. Every episode takes you on a unique journey, an emotional experience, and tells a story never to be forgotten. Tune in to Life Masters with Tanya Memme and start fast-tracking your journey to success today.
So what's some advice that you can give people right now that are really struggling with their businesses, that maybe are entrepreneurs, and now that, COVID-19 has happened, everything's sort of fallen apart for them and they're losing hope?
We'll come back from this. It's going to be hard work. I think that's the best advice. Just work hard. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't know what it's going to be, one day at a time. I'm so in the moment. I know for me that I'm not in fear. I'm in faith.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I live my life, because if I'm in fear, I'm paralyzed, and I can't be productive. So I was taught that in recovery, and COVID-19 was a lot like crack addiction in 2/24/04 for me, like I was dying and I would take a crack hit and hit 9-1 and I had my finger on one. So I've survived stuff and I've made it through, and I know we'll make it through this. It's just going to be hard work and staying in faith and staying positive and getting creative.
Yeah. And I think a part of it, which is very interesting for you personally, is it's like, okay, so when somebody's really struggling and going through a tough time in their life, they'll say to themselves, okay, so what's my worst case scenario? I'm out of work for how many ever years? What's my worst case scenario? Is I'm going to end up homeless on the streets, or it's this and this. Well, what's worst case scenario? You're going to end up homeless. But you actually went through that. So you faced the worst case scenario. And for you, do you think that gives you a massively hard rock foundation to grow? Because your worst case scenario, you already know, you've been there. You're not going to go there again. And
it's such a good feeling, what you're talking about, to surrender and to be like on my Instagram. It's like, there's a plan, I don't know what it is. It's not my plan always. It's God's will, not Jason's will. And, there's a lot of good that's come out of this, and it's like the reset button. I don't know. It's not my game of chess. I'm just, I'm just passing through, but I know what I got to take care of is myself and my family. And, a lot of people are making this out to be more than it is, it's like, but then there's a lot of people that are without jobs, and they're going to have to get creative but there's always going to be hard work, and that will pay off for everybody.
Yeah, I agree. So moving forward, where can we learn, more about you, and where can we donate and all that stuff?
So it's on my website, THEMENSGROOMER.com. And if you're in the LA area, come in, get a haircut. There's 12 hairstylists and barbers doing the most amazing haircuts. And
now, do you only do women, or do you only do men and not women? So
I did women's hair, and I assisted Chris McMillan, and who did Jennifer Aniston's hair. And I did women for years, and I did hair color for years. And then I just kind of like simplified everything. And now I just do dudes. And, but there's in the shop, there's people doing women's hair. They're incredible. And people are doing hair color, and we're in Venice. And themensgroomer.com, or you can go on my Instagram, The Men's Groomer. And what that'll do for you is you'll find out where you can show up and actually get hands-on, or you can, we just started TikTok. And
how's that going?
Dude, it's insane. And in 2 weeks, we've already got 140,000 followers, which took me like 7 years on Instagram. So TikTok's an amazing platform. A lot of young people are posting up our videos there, and people are commenting and loving. We We are now a 501c3, so you can get tax write-offs if you want to donate, and it's all on themensgroomer.com.
And where does that money go to? It goes to helping the homeless get off the streets.
Yes. So that money goes to providing clothes, shelter, rehab. It helps our events where we go out on the ground floor and help people. Food, socks, underwear. And we just continue to get creative and make sure that it's going into the right hands.
Right. And if people want to volunteer and help, is that good too?
DM me on the Men's Groomer Instagram, and I'll be posting stuff up soon. I'm getting itchy to go back out there and do some haircuts, even though it's not 100% safe yet. They say that hair salons are cutting hair is a medium to high risk. So, I on Easter, I went out and I passed out baskets. And so we're just constantly trying to think of ways we can help. And, but I'm ready to get back out there and start doing haircuts.
Nice. All right. Well, I know we're going to see you out there very soon when this is, a little bit more over, but, I think what makes your story so incredible is that you have lived it and you have, you relate to these people because you've actually been there.
Yeah.
And,
wow.
Yeah. So what can you share with me, like one amazing story about somebody that you helped off the streets?
Yeah. I was at the donut shop about 3 months ago, and this dude came in. He was tweaking. You know how you see the tweakers just going. Yeah. And he's like, "Well, are you Jason? Are you the men's groomer?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was grabbing donuts for my kids. I got out of my truck early. And he's like, "Hey, can I get one of those hats?" And it was the Men's Groomer baseball cap. And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, that'll give me street cred." And I was like, "Oh my God, what has my life become?" Right. And I'm like, "Yeah." And I took the hat off my head and I gave it to him. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I've been out here for like a year, and I used to work at this jean company for Chip and Pepper." And I was like, "I know Chip and Pepper," and they were sold at Nordstrom's. And he's like, "Yeah, I did that. And I went to USC, and I'm just struggling." And I'm like, "Bro, are you ready to go to rehab?" And he's like, "I've been doing a lot of meth." And I'm like, "Let me know when you're ready. I'm right here at the salon." And 4 months later, he came by and I took him to rehab, and now he's 3 months sober and he's doing amazing. And I see him around town at meetings. So,
and does he have a job now? Is he working? And
so he's in this house. I got him into Awakening Recovery, and he's got 15 friends, and he lives in a house in Beverlywood. It's like Beverly Hills.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And he goes to 2 meetings a day, and he's doing well. So I know for a fact this dude's going to make it. He's just a great dude, and he's doing really well. So, but that's just one of many stories. I mean, wow. I got it just real quick that a woman came to one of our Venice.
Yeah, love to hear more. It's great. Yep. Yeah.
And she got her hair cut by one of the girls that volunteered and came. And this girl that came and volunteered had just had twins, little girls. And the homeless woman was 6 months pregnant. And she sent me an email recently, and I've been trying to communicate with her back on the email, but she hasn't showed up. I don't know if she wants to go public on this, but she sent me a picture of that day where she was getting her haircut. And then she sent me a picture now with her son and her husband. And she said it was all because of that woman that cut her hair that day. And that changed her life. And now she's got a family, and she's no longer homeless. So we're making a difference.
Oh my goodness.
I broke down on that one, and I have the pictures, and I haven't gone anywhere with it, but I think it'd have a big impact when I do share it. I hope this girl reaches out. I'm going to send her another email today.
Nice. So people might be asking, well, what, and I can come up with my own reasons, but I want to hear it from you. Like, how does a haircut change a person's life? How did that day change her life? Like, she's homeless, and then how's talking to one person or the haircut or whatever? How does that experience?
Well, remember when you would go to school and you would have summer break and you didn't want to go to school, but then you went school shopping and you have the new shoes and the clothes, motivation to show up?
Yep.
It's as simple as that. And I do a haircut, and people get jobs. People get movies. people get dates. People, make thousands of dollars because of a haircut. They show up. It's just, it makes you feel good and it gives you motivation. And then, with the little kick in the ass for me in your face recovery, it's a good formula.
Yeah, I guess when you think about it, right? Physically, if you've been on the streets for a while, obviously, if you can shower somewhere, so you can get clean, and you can get half decent clothes somewhere from a donation somewhere. But the one thing you cannot do is get a haircut unless you have somebody do that for you.
Yeah, and the human action of somebody actually touching you and telling you that you're worth it, part of the haircut.
Wow. So your God-given gift that you had all these years, did you study? Did you go to school to learn how to do all of this? And
went to hair school. It took me 5 years to graduate a year program. I got kicked out of 5 schools. Yeah. But it made me a good hairstylist. I had lots of instructors, but I did the same thing like I did in high school. I was a terrible student, but I found my calling and stoked.
Well, what I love most is that you didn't stop. No matter what, you got kicked out of 5 schools. You just got back up on your feet, kept going. You did not stop. Even through being homeless, you didn't stop.
Great profession for people if they can get into school, get a government grant. You show up and you can make money. So if you guys are struggling right now with COVID, go to hair school. Get your license. Go out there and cut some hair. There's always enough hair for everybody. We're not going to have a shortage of hair. Yeah.
Nice. I love this. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to, I've been through your website. It's absolutely amazing. You guys have to check out the inspirational stories on your site alone. If you go to the press area on your site, you have just article after article, video after video. Enough. I was bawling last night listening to your story, and the way that everything is produced is just phenomenal. Your Instagram page, your social media is just incredible. And, I remember, you changed my boyfriend's life. He had hair that was basically down to his waist.
Right?
there's a video. Huh?
How do we get to see that video? We need to get everybody to see.
He would kill me.
Yeah, we're going to send him. Go look for OT. Look for the guy with the longest, whitest hair on my Instagram, and you'll see Tanya's boyfriend get transformed from the Zeppelin lead guitarist to the most interesting man in the world.
It's so true. It's so true. And I said to him, I go, I don't want to come across shallow or anything, but had we had gone on our first date and you had hair that long, especially if you didn't have it in a ponytail, I go, I don't know. I don't know if I would have.
I've changed his life because look he's got you.
Well, thank you.
And now I've changed your life.
Yes, you have. Really.
Multiple lives.
So, thank you. Thank you beyond belief and for everything that you're doing, and just keep going. And you guys, if you can support Jason's foundation, please do so. And if you want to binge watch more Life Masters, just go to my iTunes, my YouTube channel. And, but definitely, just follow Jason, because the stuff that you're doing is phenomenal. I know that you have a lot more to come. I look forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for having me. Bye, guys.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you.
You have just listened to another inspiring episode of Life Masters with Tanya Memme. To access the show notes for this episode or to listen to more shows, simply visit www.tanyamemme.com. Master your own life and be inspired to help others to succeed. Join us again next time here on Life Masters.